What is going on, guys? Sir Lewis here, and I got some amazing updates, some amazing news, and that is that my WAP is finally up, guys. Yes, I told you guys I was transitioning from Patreon to WAP, and for the people that are on Patreon, that have my membership on Patreon, a lot of bronze tiers and a couple gold tiers, do not worry. I'm not going to take away Patreon. It's still going to be there. It's just not going to be as marketed as WAP, right? I'm going to put this in the pinned comment, and also it's going to be the number one here in my link bio. But do not worry, if you're on Patreon, you're still going to have access to the indicators and all that. This is just my transition for new people coming in and accessing my indicators, right? But I'm telling you, WAP is, to me as a creator, it's way better because the fees are way lower when you compare it to Patreon. And man, let me tell you, I spent so much time figuring out WAP. I mean, it's worth it though, because what's amazing is, for example, the Gold tier, where it has access to all indicators, it lets me connect TradingView on WAP, and all you have to do is just put your username, and boom, it's like you have all the indicators that I created right there. Right now, if you, let's say you get bronze tier, which is $8, let's say you just want to try out one of my indicators, then you would just put in the chat box, which is already on WAP, your username and your indicator that you want to try out, and then I just do it manually. But it's still, for the, I mean, for the fees, for the automation and everything, it's still really good. And don't worry, guys, I'm gonna get here in a Bitcoin update very soon. I just wanted to let you guys know if you guys are interested in my indicators. So you can see right here, this is gonna be the link. It's gonna be pinned in the comment. So what's awesome is I'm not even gonna have a link to my Telegram in my link bio anymore. I put it all the way down here. But what's awesome is the WAP. It's like a community itself, and you can see the free version is for anyone, and the only thing the free version lets you have is the Telegram. That's what I put. So, for anyone to join, anyone can join and have access to the Telegram, as well as my alerts Telegram, which has always been free. But then the bronze tier is for one indicator of any choice. You just comment it. And the thing is, once you pick it once, it's set, right? You can't just change here and there. Then silver tier, 3 indicators, all TradingView charts, which I'm going to be publishing my charts, the Sir Lewis private watch list, and my Fibonacci settings. A lot of people in my live streams, and you guys have been asking for my Fibonacci settings. Well, you will get a file, a photo of that in the silver tier. And of course, the gold tier is everything. So it's all present and future Sir Lewis indicators, which I'm going to have 10. Okay. All private charts, all the watch lists, and the cheat sheet. Okay, the Fibonacci settings, but as well as the cheat sheet, which is going to come out of my course. And this is great too about WAP, because I'm going to, once my course comes out, it's going to be through WAP. And it's going to have, there's going to be another option here that's going to have the 8 signals to sell the top course, which is coming out. I just got to edit it. But, WAP for courses, it's amazing, because it's like, it's already set up perfectly, and people have to do it in order, and it's just great. So I'm going to set it up. If you guys are interested in my courses too, it's going to be all here. I'm just really excited because WAP is just a great platform. I definitely recommend you get the app. They have an app just like Patreon, and it's just better than Patreon. Patreon's too simple and the fees are way too big. So check it out, guys, if you guys are interested on WAP, of course. Now let's get here to the Bitcoin update. Right, and I'm gonna let you guys know when the course comes out, which is gonna be very soon. I have so much to edit, but I already edited about 20% of the course. It's just like, it's going to be a big course, right, in terms of size. But here we can see Bitcoin has been, it's been holding this line, this trend line right here, right? You can see this, if you go here in the daily, but the main one that has been holding, the most important one, is this one right here, since 49K and 25K. This is its biggest trend line here. And you can see when it had that big drop, that's exactly where it bounced off from, right? And even here, my log waves indicator, which is this right here, the log waves indicator, and this is why I love my indicator, because this log waves indicator, we can see we got resistance right there, and now we're finding support here. I'm not saying this is going to be the, where it finds the bottom, but you can see how it's finding support, right? We top out here, find support here, okay? And so there's a big chance this becomes support, and this is the bottom. But I'll tell you the chance here that, if you go down lower, and that would be, right, if we lose that support, we're definitely coming here to 73K next, right, which is that big point of control here for Bitcoin, where all the liquidity is, right? A lot of people said that we filled the CMA gap. Not really. We filled this one, but there's still there's still this one to fill all the way down here to 73, 72, even 70K. Okay. And, you know, if we really have a big crash, I would say the absolute bottom here for Bitcoin, if we have a big crash, is around 64 to 66, right? And that's if we lose that 70K. And the bear, look, the bear situation for Bitcoin is if we go down there and then we start getting resistance at 70K. So, you know, I don't believe that will happen. The scary thing is here is to watch out for this, right? If we do go down there, which is a big possibility, we bounce off, we're probably gonna get some initial resistance, but I believe we're gonna move up. What you gotta watch out for is a second shoulder, right? Because then we're gonna have a big. I mean, this is a. If we have something like this, that's gonna be very bearish because once we come down here to retest 70K or 60, whatever, once we break that neckline, right, it's gonna be over. So that's what I would watch for if we have that big drop in the first place, which again, I don't believe so because I believe there's a lot of support here, but there still is a big chance we go to 70K or 73, which is where that liquidity is, right, to fill the CMA gap, as you can see. And, you know, the bullish thing here for Bitcoin too is here we're very oversold on the weekly, but again, just because we're this oversold doesn't mean we're going to pump up the next day. What you want to look out here is a flip here of the blue, right, of the blue stochastic RSI flipping the red and starting to do something like that, showing momentum, starting to go to the upside. And I could bet you this, if Bitcoin does recover, right, puts in a higher low, which I believe it will, right, you zoom out here, I believe Bitcoin is going to put in a higher low, maybe right there, and then start to recover, you're going to start to see this go up. And once you start to see this go up here on the weekly, next time we're up here, during the time that we're up here is going to be the top for this bull market cycle. Okay, just like this right here was the top for the recent local top, right? And then it's not going to be exactly when we get up here. Again, you can see, look, when Bitcoin got up here to extremely overbought on the weekly, that is, it was down here. It was a 67K. You see? So it was a 67K and it took months here for it to get to 109, 108, right? Or 109. And it was like right there. And it was still overbought. So, you know, once we're up here on the weekly overbought, it could take a couple months. But during that time period is going to be the top, in my opinion. Okay? During that time period, it will be the top for Bitcoin. And that's really, I mean, that's really when you want to sell. I don't care how high, Bitcoin could be, you know, we can talk about price points in the future videos. But I mean, I believe it's gonna meet somewhere here with the fib, with the log waves, which is my indicator. If you guys want to check it out, maybe around 174K. So my prediction is still 174, right, where we could possibly meet up with it here, in the possible future, right? Even if we wouldn't even have to tag that line, the trend line here, we can meet up with it around here somewhere. So that's what I believe, at least at the moment. Of course, it could change. But that's my Bitcoin update. You know, short term bearish, but long term, I believe we're bullish. I believe Bitcoin still has another pump here in this possible year, right? And I believe we're still going to be pretty high in 2026, but I believe that's when we're going to have this capitulation in 2026. So we'll get into that soon. But thank you guys so much. Check out my WAP. I'm gonna put it in the pinned comment. And yeah, love you guys so much. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.